Hi there, thanks for tuning in to Tennis Master, and in this video I'm going to be giving you an overview of the brand new 2024 Babolat Pure Strike. So here we have it. Here's the new cosmetic. If I get a bit closer so you can see, hopefully that'll zoom in. Okay, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are thinking, well, actually this doesn't look that much different from the previous model. It is very similar in its design. There's a few tweaks. I think when you get a little bit closer, you've got the kind of you've got the brand new logo, which is kind of it's really kind of, you can only really see it close up. It's nice paint. I think it's a high quality paint which is on there. But in terms of the actual cosmetics and style, it's really that not different. Usually, you're not going to get tweaks in the cosmetics if you're going to have big tweaks in the frame and the racket itself. I've got to say, with the Pure Strike, they're not going to massively change it anyway. It's a big seller. It's designed for those power players who are looking for control. So I'll come on to it in a moment, but it's not really a huge different beast to the previous version in terms of how it plays and also cosmetics. If you like the previous version, then you're probably thinking happy days, great. Okay, it's just a tweak. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have got kind of beaten up rackets because it's been out for a while now and are looking for a bit of a refresh. This is pretty much going to do the job. So the important bit is the quality there in terms of the racket. So first of all, what's new? So Babolat have introduced the natural flax fibers, which basically gives it an enhanced feel, and it also mutes the sound a little bit. I think there's quite a lot of feedback off the previous version, but it's quite pingy when you hit. Some people like that, but it does have a little bit more of a muted sound. They've also introduced the FSI control, which is frame string interaction control, which increases contact time and gives it more feel. And most of the tweaks there are around that extra feel, and they're basically finding ways to increase ball time on the strings, which then gives you that extra control. Now they have introduced, as they have with the Babolat Pure Drive and the Pure Aero, the SWX Pure Feel, which is like an anti-vibration system, but just with the frames. They've not done it on the 1820, the 1619, which I'll come on to the range in a minute, or the 100 1620. So all the other ranges, so I think it's that would lead the Pure Strike 100, the 300 gram, the Pure Strike Team, the light and the junior model will have this in. And I think because they're lighter models, it just makes it a little bit more arm friendly, which for players using those models will obviously be a good plus. The lighter the rackets, the more vibration will travel into your arm. So I think the heavier rackets in there, they just don't really need that in there. And with the frame, it's got the control frame technology, which is, depending on how much you know about the way frames work, but you've got the more square the frame is. So if you think of a pro staff, which is very boxy, the more control you're going to get. The more oval the frame, the more power you're going to get. It's going to play stiffer. So the control frames are always more flexible. They're always going to be more box shaped, which will allow more flex. What they've done with the Pure Strike, it's kind of similar to what Technifiber did with the 305. It's got a kind of box shape to it. If I come in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see from there, but it's got a box shape to it, but it's not completely boxed. So it's kind of oval and boxed. And what that does is give you the kind of, it's designed to give you the best of both worlds. So you get the kind of oval shape to give you the power, and then the box shape to give you the flex. So I would say again, a little bit of a tweak to the frame. Other than that, I think anybody who's used any of these models in the past, going onto this, are going to very quickly get used to it and be able to play straight from the straight from the pack, straight on court, and have no trouble using it. It's not going to take you a long time. So like I said, that's the new technology, the new cosmetics. It's not a big change. Now, in terms of a range, your big sellers on this one are your Pure Strike 98, which is your 1619 and your 1820. So again, if you're looking for more control, the 1820 will give you that. It'll give you slightly longer string life as well, because the strings are going to be more dense. Okay, if you're looking for a little bit more power and you're not breaking string too much, you're not too much bothered about string life, then the 1619 will give you that. Okay, you've also got the 100 model, which has got a 3 or 5. I'll take down here. So I've got it, which has got 3 or 5. About there. Okay, 3 or 5 grams, 100 square inch, and quite an interesting string pattern on this one. So it's 1620. So you can see on this one, it's quite dense this way and then quite open coming down the cross. So again, this is designed probably players who want that control. They're hitting the ball hard, they're hitting big, but they're probably staying back a little bit more, using a bit more spin, so want the extra width to give them that spin. This would be a good option. And then you've got the Pure Strike 1900, which is 300 grams. Don't forget as well, the 300 gram one does have the SWX Pure Feel, which mutes it quite a lot and gives it a bit more dampening. So those are your 100 models. You've also got, I don't have it in stock, but you've also got the Pure Strike 97, which is pretty much a carbon copy of the Pure Strike VS, but has got the new cosmetic of the new range. You've got the Pure Strike Team at 285 grams. You've got the Pure Strike Light at 270. No big changes there. And then you've got the Junior Pure Strike. So any juniors out there who like to hit the ball big, not many, who like to hit the ball hard and come into the net and maybe finish at the net, then the Pure Strike is a good option. Again, nice cosmetics, just the same. And again, you've got the addition of the SWX Pure Feel in there. So that's pretty much the range. As with any new racket, especially from Babolat, there's a lot of merch come out. I don't have the full range in, but I've just got a few of the core models. Again, you've got things like dampness coming in, so I don't know if you have a look at that. It's got the new Pure Strike logo again to accessorize your racket. You probably, on the heavier models, you probably don't need one, but it looks, it looks quite nice. Bags, expect your full tour range. You're gonna have your big tour bag. You've got your backpacks coming in. There's t-shirts. There's there's caps. There's if you want to go Pure Strike, crazy. There's everything there for you to be able to do. So that's for Pure Strike range. Like I said, for me, it's just a real kind of tweak. And I think if you've got if you're using a Pure Strike and you've been waiting for new version to come out, then you can very quickly move on to this racket. And yeah, in terms of, I think that's why they haven't really changed it that much, is because it is a great racket. It's great for control, and yeah, interesting that they're going head to head with the release of the Wilson Blade, which is very, very similar. I will be doing a review of that when they come in. That'll be kind of mid-February, so look out for that one. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Just please do hit the subscribe button, it does help, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in.